Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I got my song going. I'm looking for my notes about today so I can remember to share. So I can remember to share my info with all y'all. All y'all. All right. We have some eyeballs. Do we need lights or do we look pretty good? Hey, everybody. How you doing? Woo, woo, woo. All right, I have to get my app up here so I can make sure I know what's going on in the world. All right, my little stand, I put it somewhere else. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to say, Colleen, are you with us? Are you with us? If you're not with us, that'll be sad. Oh, hold to record. Are you there, Colleen? Oh, that's a voice thing. I didn't want to do that. Well, I did it now. Hey, everybody. Ooh. Welcome to Tuesday Live. Oh, I'm realizing my thing's all messed up here. One of the things about working with the men in the studio is they just don't really notice things like the fact that I don't have on earrings today. Not noticeable to everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Live. Thanks so much for joining me today. And really a big shout out and a thank you for all of you who joined us last weekend as we did the full overhaul on my sister's craft room. So if you missed that somehow, I don't know how you could have, because my face was all over Facebook. It seemed like I was constantly in live mode last Saturday through Tuesday, but it was so much fun. We had such a good time. My mom flew out to Texas with me, and we took my sister's craft room, which had really turned into just a place to pile things up. And part of that is because I promised her that I would come out and help her organize and clean up her craft room, and then COVID happened. It took a long time, but so there's great pictures on the website of like beginning to end. But if you were present for that, if you did watch those videos and you have questions, today's a great day to ask those questions. I did someone put a post, and I'm sorry, I meant to write down her name, in YouTube, and asked a bunch of questions, and I thought, oh, this will make a great blog post. I can answer all the questions in one post. And so that I wrote the post. It's being proofread today, so hopefully it should go live tomorrow. We'll be sure and send out a link to it when it's up. So there'll be a bunch of questions and some more pictures there as well. So welcome, everybody. My first thing to tell you today is that we do have a Win It Before You Can Buy It today. So I don't have it out. It's kind of a fudgy Win It Before You Can Buy It, because it's a product that we had before, and then it went out of stock, and it's coming back in a new package. And I was like, new package? That's something new. So I'm going to give 3 of them away to just one person. So one person is going to win a 3-pack. And what does that mean? Win It Before You Can Buy It, Wibby Sibby. You have to comment. That is how you get in. So today we have 2 prizes. We have the Win It Before You Can Buy It, and we have the $25 gift certificate. So make sure you're commenting through the feed today, and that way Colleen will be able to throw your name in the hat and draw out a winner. So 2 winners, a Wibby Sibby, and a gift certificate. So tell us where you are. Tell us what your favorite Totally Tiffany products are. Tell us how much you liked or that you missed the Tisa's Craft Room cleanup event. And just get up there, get on the comments so that you can get a prize or be eligible for a prize. It is also Tuesday flash sale day on the website, and there are a number of products on flash sale today only. Among them, the Triangle Traveler. So if you haven't picked that up yet, it's on flash sale today, 10% off. Full disclosure, it is also going to be in the Craft House show on Saturday. So to be honest with you, I don't know what the price is going to be on Saturday or if it will be any different, but we will be talking about it again on Saturday. Y'all have seen the majority of products that I've got in it in my little samples here. I'll show it again real quickly in just a minute for those of you who may have missed the Triangle Traveler, but it is going to be on Craft House. Someone asked me, one of the comments on YouTube, is Stephanie Bernard going to have this? And yes, she is also going to have it. I believe that she should have it mid-month. I'm not 100% sure when the stock is going to get to her, but I do know that she will have it, and she will have it in all 4 colors when she does her release as well. So a number of options for you there. Also on flash sale, the Ditto bag, the A26, the paper storage boxes. So if you need any paper storage boxes, those are on sale. A few other little goodies out there on the Tuesday flash sale, and it is today only, as flash sales are. So Triangle Traveler, I'm just going to move this out of the way for a minute. And then, sorry, I'm going to check. I'm getting these little bongs here. Oh, Facebook is frozen. There's a delay. What does it look like on your screen, Lundy?
I've seen one person saying that it's kind of glitchy, but otherwise we seem to be fine.
All right.
I would ask though.
Yeah, if you guys, we have a little message here that Facebook is frozen and still refreshing. So tell us what you've got, what your feed looks like there, and maybe, I wonder, London, are we on the house feed or 5G? I wonder if that would make a difference. Should I turn on my 5G?
We are on the house feed right now.
Well, here, we're going to try a little.
If I move over, we're going to lose the stream altogether and we're going to have to restart it.
Oh, we are?
Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying Facebook is fine.
Okay, Facebook is fine. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll go with that then. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to share with you is this weekend, London, will you go get the little pink journal with the number 5 on it on my desk? Some of you may have seen this. I did go live with it for a few minutes this weekend, but one of the things that regularly comes up is and can you hand me that pink Ditto bag too? It's open. You'll have to close it, but it's the one that's on the desk there. One of the things that commonly comes up is, why do I need a craft and carry workstation and a Ditto bag, right? So Ditto bag, all your basic tools and supplies all the time, right there, right out in front of you. Put it at the back of your workstation, you're ready to go. Close it up, put it on the shelf, whatever you need to do. Basic tools and supplies all the time. Craft and carry workstation, this weekend was a perfect example. I was going to work on this little journal, this little cute little journal book. And all the things that I wanted to use in the journal came together in this Hip Kit Club kit, right? It has paper, stickers, embellishments, cards, all kinds of goodies. And so initially, I opened this up on my desk and I started like pawing through it and kind of trying to work out of the pockets on it. And I said to myself, well, wait a minute, self, this is why you designed the craft and carry workstation. So in just a couple of minutes, I took everything out. So whatever thing you might have your goodies stored in, whether it's a scrap master like this, or maybe maybe you have a collection keeper or something. Maybe you have everything in a box. Maybe it all came in a box. I mean, if you think about even like the Stephanie Bernard kits in the box, when you actually want to work with them, if you pull everything out, this is what I did this weekend. I took everything out of here. It took about 2 seconds. My little goodies here. There's all these little frame goodies, these little bits and pieces.
Shar says, do you need both because they're both wonderful?
Yes, sure. Excellent. That's it exactly. They're both wonderful. I think once you start sort of working with the craft and carry workstation also, it's a little bit of an addiction, right? You get that, I guess I don't need to pull everything out. You get the point. So now, and there's my scraps from the weekend, so now everything from that kit is right here. And now I can get to it and pull things in and out. And I can work on my little journal without having everything out, but not having a mess everywhere, not doing that tap for the scissors. I had my Ditto bag open across the back. So all my basic little tools, a couple punches that I was using, they're all right there. So this is it. If you have been hesitating on the craft and carry workstation, or you don't really understand what's the point if you also have the Ditto, this is the point. Take your supplies, put them in there, work on your project, take your supplies, put them away. The other thing is, if I only had gotten halfway through the project, which I didn't, I got all the way through, yay. I could pick up this whole thing. I could take my thing. Now I have the whole project and I can put it away on the shelf. And when I'm ready to work on it again, I can pull it back out. And when I'm done, put everything back into the Scrap Master, and I can, excuse me, and put everything back in the Scrap Master and put it away. So it's just a way to simplify that whole process of working and keeping your workspace clean, right? We all just bury everything when we're working. Sorry, I've been ding, ding, ding. Okay. Couple questions. Den Hughes. I have my fabric on fabric wraps in my Calyx unit, but was wondering if you have anything like a Lois tote with a Denise style lid so that I could store the fabric wraps and it would be covered. Oh, Den Hughes, it won't be too much longer and we will have a Lois tote with a lid that would be perfect for that application. So that's a total spoiler alert. It'll probably be, I don't know when it'll be. It's almost done. The prototype on it is almost done. I got the sample. The handles were a little bit too long. There was one other problem with it. Oh, it was a 1/4 inch. I know this sounds crazy, but it was a 1/4 inch too narrow, which meant when you put your paper handler in, it didn't quite fit. So 2 tiny fixes on that. And then I don't know when it'll be. It's not scheduled to come out for a few months, but I guess that's probably shipping on it though. But it's on its way. I guess short answer, yes, on it, coming your direction. Don't know the date though, but I will keep you posted. Patty Redmond says, first time catching a live show. Excited to be here. Welcome, Patty. We're glad that you're here also. Sue Rains, I saw the live with the Craft and Carry. It convinced me to get one, and I love that they are on special. Woo, woo. They're so, I mean, literally, you could look around my office right now and see like 4 or 5 of them in use. They just, multiple projects, different, all the planner things, all that stuff. They're all, I don't know, they're so easy. Tina, hi Tina. Tina says, I love Tisa's room. I'm moving to a rental and won't be able to put up shelves like I have now. So I think I'll change the shelving units instead for storage like you did for Tisa's room. The nice thing about doing shelves, like IKEA type shelves, or even these are IKEA also, but is that you can move them, right? You're not committed to them. The other thing that's really great, and I talked a lot about this when we were doing Tisa's room, is we have these great ideas about how our room is going to work and how it's going to function, and we set it up. That is what we do with that in mind, right? We think through, every part of that, how I'm going to use it. And then when we actually start using it, we discover, oh, that's not really how I'm going to use this thing or that thing. And so having shelving units that are mobile means that if you have a better idea or you need something different, it's easier to just move those things around. So I think shelving units, you know me, I'm always like, put it on wheels. You cannot put the IKEA stuff on wheels. Well, some of them you can. You can put the 4 cube one on wheels and lay it on its side. That's what I have my scrap rack on. But I think that's the only one. You might be able to get the 8 cuber on wheels. I put my 25 cube, which is what Tisa has, on wheels, and not designed for that. I had to have my husband build reinforcers on the back. So the smaller unit's great on wheels if that's an option for you to do. Sarah Saxey says, just got mine in the mail. Love it. Love you, Tiffany, from Utah. Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in today and sharing the love here for the Craft and Carry workstation. And totally Tiffany products. Woo. And me. I love it. I love that you love me. I love that you guys are out here being part of the community and supporting my little brand. Sarah Raymond Schrader says, I always have several projects going at one time. I keep them in a box on the floor by my desk. Excited about having ordered Craft and Carries to eliminate one more box and have them organized, and love that I can pick it up and go. Yes, and for those of you who are thinking, the Craft and Carry workstation does fit in your Lois tote if you want to take it with you. Nancy Lorden says she just ordered the clearance of the fabric storage box. Oh, so going back to Den, there is a fabric storage box that fits the fabric files and the fabric wraps. Thank you for reminding me, Nancy. And that's Nancy from the Nancy bag. And it's on clearance at HSN right now. So if you want to store them, and it's a big, heavy-duty paperboard box that snaps together. It has kind of these little finger holes in it, but it will also work to store your fabric and keep it covered. And you can label the box if that's what you need to do. Den Hughes says, I keep all my journaling items in the craft and carry workstation, stickers, spare pages, accessory sets, etc., and they are all together. And that is it, right? When we keep things together that we use together, we are going to be able to find things and use them, and that is our goal. Okay, what else did I want to talk about today? I want to talk a little bit more about Tisa's craft room cleanup. And, you know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about already came up. How are you using your space? And knowing that it might, like when you set up that space, it might not be perfect. I got this, this advice when I bought a new house in Tacoma years and years ago. The home inspector came in and I was talking about how I was going to remodel the kitchen. And he said, could I offer you my advice? And I was like, sure, whatever. He said, I wouldn't remodel anything till you've lived in the house for 6 months because you are going to live here differently than you think you live here. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. And he was 100% right. If I had remodeled the kitchen the way that I thought that I wanted it remodeled, it would have been completely opposite of how it should have been remodeled based on how we lived in the house. So when you're putting your craft room together or your workspace, whatever it is, if you can set it up in such a way that it is mobile, that it is going to be flexible, so that once you have lived in it, worked in it, you can move things around if you need to. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Tisa's craft room as she starts working in that space. Is it really set up well? Of course, we think it is. There was a lot of questions, you know, a lot of things. Will you do this? How do you like that going on as we went through that process in those 3 days? So hopefully it's going to be beautiful. But I'll tell you, she has already sort of changed up. One thing, if you saw her paper cart or paper storage cart, she uses it for rock painting, and she likes to wheel it out onto her sun porch or out by the pool. She lives in Texas, and paint rocks while she's sitting outside. And she had her, the way we had it set up, on the top shelf, she had her rock box, and which filled the majority of the shelf. And then she has a tool tower loaded up with paintbrushes and Q-tips and all those things. And then on the bottom shelf, she has a 4-level stadium arranger with the paint in it. And she said, that's probably not going to work. I'm going to reverse the rock box and the paint, put the paint on the top and the rock box on the bottom and the paintbrushes on the bottom, and then the paintbrushes didn't fit. She emailed me, she's like, paintbrushes don't fit on the bottom. And I was like, oh, what can we do? We could add pockets, no. And then I was like, hey, get a smaller rock box. So she was like, oh, that's a great idea. So she has a big rock box that's nowhere near full because it would weigh 100 pounds. And so she swapped out her rock box. So now she has her paintbrushes in a rock box on the bottom because she pulls the paintbrushes out and sets them on the table when she's working anyway. Paint's on the top. I'll put up maybe a couple pictures of that. She did send me some. So, but my point is, just because you think something is going to work great, if it's not working the way that you want it to, or it's worth probably putting some thought into, or just stopping to think about, what can I do? What little thing can I do? In this case, change the size of the rock box to make it work and still have everything that I want in this vicinity. So really a kind of a key takeaway from the weekend at Tisa's is, how are you thinking about things, and what small things, you know, we get set. It's funny how your brain works. You get set in one path of thinking, right? This is what you believe. And then you forget that there's all these other options out there, or you don't even think about thinking about options that are out there. But so as you're putting your room together, I hope if you watch Tisa's craft room cleanup, you got a lot of good ideas, and tried to include a bunch of the questions in there. One question that I got regularly from people was about the 6-level stadium and how we hung it on the wall. And it looks like a shelf. So she has 4 of these, and they come with the hanging hardware on them. So they are designed to hang on the wall because this nice flat is going to go back against the wall. And so you could literally put them anywhere. And she has 4 of them all lined up. You can do that with also the 4-level stadium also has the hanging hardware on the back. So you don't need to have a shelf to put them on. You can just hang them directly on the wall and create that look of a shelf with those 2 pieces. And the Desk Made, the 6 level and the 4 level, both are available at larger Joann stores. So if you're looking for that type of storage, you can find those there. You can also get them on our website. But you know, if you have a larger Joann store and a 40 off coupon, there's no shipping because you can just pick it up yourself. So there's a little bonus thing today. Oh, sorry. Let me go back here and answer some more questions. Irene DiMervino, how much can fit into the craft and carry workstation? A lot. I would say you've got 7 inches of depth this way. So, you know, just here, I bet I've got, this is heavy, like cardstock, thick cardstock. I bet there's 30 sheets of cardstock here, and it's not anywhere near full in this back section. Of course, you have the back pocket. It's usually where I store my pop-up trash can, but it'll also hold a paper trimmer. And then you've got all the pockets on the front as well. So, and the side goodies. So you could really bulk it up. I don't know, maybe somebody who's watching today has one that they've really super loaded. I don't think I've like bulged one out. I mean, I think like this one, you can kind of see the difference. There's that pop-up trash can in the back. But I've got tools in this one, more markers, and you know, things like glitter glues. And sorry, you probably couldn't see any of that when I took it back. Punches and that type of thing. So I think it just depends on, you know, what you're putting in there. Tons of paper and flat things, no problem. And then once it gets bulkier, but I would definitely say a project. In general, I think you could probably get an entire project in there. I have a project that I have in here. Maybe I'll try and load that in right at 3, but it would totally fit. I mean, yes, I would say a full project. You can get an entire project in there. That's gonna be my answer. All right, let's see. The mural, Elaine Lewis says, the mural that your mother painted on the wall was absolutely stunning. I couldn't figure out why you were leaving that big blank space. For those of you who haven't seen, we'll try and get some more pictures up. And the blog post that's going up tomorrow, I think, has that in it. We did leave a big blank space on the wall, and my mother painted this gorgeous black shadow tree. My sister collects these little picture frames of friends and family that she's met. They were in the military, so they traveled all around the world for military bases. And so she got these tiny frames with pictures, and she hung them all on this tree, or she is hanging them. She had like 300 of them. It is a big tree. I mean, it literally covers the entire wall, but it is turning out just adorable. Like, she sent me some pictures yesterday. I'm going to do something crazy here. London, what do you think the zoomability is on one of these pictures? So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to have London zoom in on one of these pictures that Tisa sent me yesterday.
Well, I don't know how well that's going to turn out.
We're going to try it, though. We'll try it. Worst case scenario, it just looks terrible.
Well, it's going to be better if I don't zoom on the camera and grab your phone and hold it closer to the camera. Because if I zoom, then you're going to, the drop in quality is going to be crazy.
See what you can get there. All right, we're going to try this. This is a picture off my phone that Tisa sent me, but I'm going to post it. Gosh, for some reason, I think I might have already. Can you see it?
There we go.
It's really cool. It is a really cool idea. And so the idea of painting a family tree on your wall is not uncommon or unheard of. But this is a huge tree with literally 300, or we'll have like 300 pictures on it when she's done. But it goes literally, I think we measured her room is 13 feet long and 11 feet deep. So the tree is probably more like a total of 15 or 16 feet because it goes around the corner, but it's really cool. So if you haven't seen that on social, definitely worth checking out. So if you're not following on Instagram or YouTube, you might want to do that, and then you see everything, because everything doesn't get posted everywhere, but I do try. I try to get everything everywhere. Okay, sorry, back to WhatsApp. Next up. Marshall, I love paper too. Sorry if I missed the answer. I have 8 die files. Can I stack 2 vertically on 1 horizontal? Would it be too heavy? I think it would be better to put two vertical and put the horizontal one on the top, if that's possible, because then you have that structure and support going up from two of them, and that will disperse the weight of the top one over that. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's better, because the top doesn't have any, like the top doesn't have any support, but the sides do. So if you can go two, yes, you can do it. You could probably do it either way. They're very sturdy, they're very thick, but it might be better to go two vertical and one horizontal across the top rather than, but I think they would work either way, actually. So yeah, I don't see a problem. They're very thick, they're very heavy. I think they weigh 20 pounds a piece. They're a pretty solid thing. All right. Nancy says, yes, the Nancy bag full of yarn so I can crochet a granddaughter's family stocking for Christmas. Yay. Ooh, Nancy, you should put up a picture of that so we can see that. That's a perfect size for a crochet project, I bet. Elaine Law says, oh no, I already read that. Okay, I'm back on track now. Patty Redmond, can you store your Gemini on top of the die file? Yes, you can. Absolutely. And you can put your Gemini on top of a rotating design board on top of your die file. And then as your plates are going in and out, you can rotate it and get the plates out the back or out the front or however you have it rotated on your rotating design board. I think that's how I had mine set up for the video. Okay. Are there any other questions? I feel like I have just been in front of you guys constantly for the last week answering questions. I'm trying to think what else we need to talk about. Oh, let's talk about the win it before you can buy it. So vinyl roll organizer, used for so many other things, has been out of stock since it was in stock, and they are back. Well, they're arriving. But the new package, the new bundle that you get, so you used to have to buy 30 of the sleeves, right? This little plastic sleeve right here, 6 of the boxes, and 6 of the pockets. Let me get a pocket. Let me get a pocket. Scrap pockets. So you used to have to buy that many. And if you didn't need that many, then you had a lot more than what you needed, and that was the only way we sold it. Well, the new package is 1 pocket, 6 of the wrap sleeves, and 1 of the vinyl roll organizers. And those should be live on the website. I believe they're here, so anytime, I'm sure you'll get an email out about it. But the win it before you can buy it is 3 of those. So you're gonna get 3 boxes, 3 pockets, and 18 sleeves basically in this bundle. You're going to get 3 of the sets. So back in stock any minute, but for today, it's the win it before you can buy it. And that is what you are getting. If you win the Wibby Sibby today, you're getting a triple pack of the vinyl roll organizer. So if you're unfamiliar, the sleeves, pull this off. Look at that, scrap and roll. The sleeves are they just come flat like this. The beauty of them is that you can take your vinyl off the roll, and even your scraps can go together. Now, if they're little scraps, they can go in the scrap pocket, obviously, right? Like that. But you're just gonna take that vinyl when you're done with it, roll it up. Now, let me tell you something else that the sleeves work amazing for, and some of you already know this. I think I probably have it right here somewhere. They are a great way to roll that up. Also, there's another scrap. Look at that. So now I've got my vinyl and my scraps, and they're all matchy-matchy, and I'm going to put them inside the tube. And here's a little trick about the tube. Once you get everything in there, right, if you back roll it, literally unroll it, go the opposite way with your finger as you did to roll it, it will unroll and fill the tube and make it more steady and balanced. Hey, but don't pull the things out the bottom. So here's another question I get. Why do you put your vinyl, your scraps on the outside instead of stuffing them down the inside of the tube? Sorry. And mainly I do that because I want to see that I have scraps. right, that are in there and know that they're longer. So I put anything that fits in the scrap pocket into the scrap pocket, and that's how I know it's a small scrap. And anything that's wrappable, I wrap around, and then I know it's longer. It's going to be a bigger scrap, but I can see it on the outside. You can see on my little scrap ridges there. Drop it in, and now I'm just going to unroll it. And that's going to make it fatter and fill up the tube. Gotta make sure I'm going the right way. There we go. So now I've got the scraps and the roll of vinyl. Did I get that out of this one? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. In the pocket. So the vinyl organizers are awesome for vinyl, obviously, any kind of vinyl, but they work for other things as well. Right, so this is just one that's loaded with journals. If you look on the website, there's tons of ideas for how they're used. This is 12 by 12 foil and rolls of foil, pockets of foil. So all the different types of foil are right here. Again, just going to slide onto your shelf. I started talking about another good use for these. So this is my craft mat, and I just rolled it up and slid that around the outside. The nice thing about using these is there's no tape, there's no rubber bands, and they slide in and out next to each other without getting hung up on each other because they're long enough to keep the ends tight. So if you put tape on and the ends are flopping off, when you slide them in, they kind of get hooked on each other when you pull them out. And so the sleeve offers this layer of protection against that. They slide in and out. They slide in and out. You can wrap your scraps in. I mean, it's a super simple, like so many of the things I do, just a super simple solution to an annoying problem, right? Your vinyl and your scraps there. So they also work great for things like color books, right? Something like that. So anything that you're trying to go vertical with, well, you already know this. I love them for things like punch boards. There's the rest of the pieces of the punch board in there because punch boards are so hard to store because they have all the little nodules or what have you sticking off. And that when you put it in that vinyl roll organizer, it just slides in and out super easy. So the winner today, the Whidbey City winner is going to get 3 of those and all the things that come with it. Nancy Haxby Lorden says, how about making the flippin' binder available without the pages? Well, let's see, Nancy. I'll make a note of that. We'll see if we can. A little scratch notes there. We'll see. I'll put it on the list. Lynn Binder. I know, Lynn. You won last week, I think, and I can't even say your name. Hi, Tiffany. We love seeing you and learning all the time how to keep organizing. I love that you are always thinking about new products and making those happen. Thanks, Lynn. You know what? I can't turn my brain off on that count. I love doing it. I'm inspired by it. I'm inspired by Tuesdays and hearing ideas. And as you know, like sometimes someone will ask me something and then I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Let's try it. London, grab this. Let's do that and try to sort of problem solve. That is just how my brain works. Trust me, there are times when my family has been like, Mom, enough. Just enough. Okay, I'm going to talk really briefly before we wrap up today about the Triangle Traveler. For those of you who haven't seen it before, it comes in all 4 colors. It's a little bit funky when you get it. It kind of looks a little like weird. It's going to come flat like this, all wrapped up. Has this weird thing on the back. I think I have an allergy thing in my throat today. It's annoying me. Okay. It could be the end of my chat today. I need a way to mute myself so you guys don't have to listen to me. You're getting the 3 pouches on the inside. See how this is bent over? When you put it in, it's going to lean that way. Once you load it up, it's not going to be a problem. But just know that it's only temporary until you fill it. So the bottom is wide enough that you can position those 3 pouches any way you want, depending on how thick they are. And then you've got these pockets in the back. What does the drawstring do? The drawstring, which I can't do with that one because it's empty, is what holds your things up. So here's one that's loaded up. And then the tightness of the drawstring is going to pull your back tighter or looser to lay it back depending on what you have in there. So this one happens to be loaded up with some Crafter's Companion tools. I have this mat that goes with this guy, right? This doesn't have to be in a pocket because it's big enough that it's going to stay within the cords. So things like that, you can just tuck them right in. And then when you're ready to work with the tools that are in the pouches, that's when these back pockets get really handy because you don't have to dig everything out of the pockets as you're working. You can pull out the tools that you're going to work with, stand them up in the pockets and have access to them easily. And then when you're ready to close up the bag, just put everything back in the pockets. This one, didn't it come out of here? It's a longer one. Put everything away, close it up, and you're ready to go. So you can leave things in the back pockets all the time. I'm looking for the adhesive one. I think this has. So this one has taller adhesives in the back. So you can leave those in all the time. You just can't leave really tall things in. So tools and stuff. This one is just all 3 pouches are loaded with different kinds of adhesive, double stick tapes, that type of thing. Just really accessible, kind of a basic, kind of a staple, right? So I think I took you guys through all the bags last time. I'm not sure if you want to re-see them. Maybe if you could comment, if you want me to go through more, I'm happy to do it. I just don't want to rehash something you guys saw a couple weeks ago. Irene says, Minervino. I put my foil quilt, my flower forming materials, and so much more in the vinyl organizer. The vinyl organizer, you guys already know, I love so much that we developed this whole other line of products called Slide Stash and Store, which you guys got the sneak peek of a couple weeks ago. And those are coming, I think, October, November. Bigger and smaller versions. So here's one of the smaller versions. So those are all coming as well, but they're so versatile. They're so versatile. All right, let's see. Jennifer says, can't wait till I get a triangle. They're really fun. All right, where's my hot flash crew? My son said to me, he goes, Mom, I'm not sure you should have told people to throw up a flame whenever they're having a hot flash. He goes, as a 25-year-old guy, I don't want to know that, but it is fun. All right. Wendy Ward says, so glad the vinyl storage organizers are back. I plan to use some under my bathroom sink. They're awesome for that type of thing. All right, I think that's it.
How tall is the Triangle Traveler?
How tall is the Triangle Traveler? How tall is it? Loaded. Oop, there goes my microphone thing. Loaded, I think it's 7 inches. Nope, 6 inches. Sorry, I should do it this way. 6 inches this way. 9 inches across, and 7 inches deep.
So the tallest item that I could put in the biggest pocket or in the back pocket is 5.5 inches.
Yes, and close it. And close it. And close it up. I would say 5.5 inches if you're going to close it up. Now, a lot of markers fit that. I do have one that's a taller marker. That's going to be too big, but I have my Artesia markers that you all were talking about, and so I got a few to test them out, see how they work. Let's see if we can close it up with those in there. I have to put more than 2 because I could fudge around with 2. Let's load it across the back and see if you're putting something like this tall. So again, no, I wonder if these will fit in the pockets. So I just feel like I'm just making a giant mess here. So again, for storage and transport, oh yeah, they'll totally fit in there. Storage and transport, you want to keep those flat in one of the pouches, and then if you're actually working with them, this is kind of a better visual, standing them up in the back for access. But let's see, can you close it up? You can. It's a tight, so that would be about the max then. You got a nice tight triangle that way.
It's more of a, you can make it work for this than it does work.
Yeah, they will stand up in the back, especially if you're only doing, but yes, it's going to be, you could, and then you can't really overload the front, right? You're going to take up that slack in the lid. So, but I left all three of these in and was able to close it up. It's just tight, but yes, and these are probably 6 1/4. So the Artesia, which I would imagine are probably the same height as a majority of other double tip markers, right? Except for the triglones, those are much taller, chameleon, that type. All right, I've had some other things pop up here. Let's see, there are questions. Amy Hanchin says, how tall is the Triangle Traveler? How tall can the item be? Cindy Buffkin, I have an idea for the Triangle Traveler. Can't wait to get one. Okay, Cindy, we want to hear your idea. Maybe you want to wait and see if it works and then share it with us once you get your Triangle Traveler during another Tuesday Live or on Facebook or something. Okay, my friends. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Next week, whoa, we have a super cool Wibby Civvy. It is what do I put this up with? This is a brand new product line, something I've never done before. I love it. Not only do I love it, my husband, my son, my mother, anybody who's been into the office and seen the prototype of it is really excited about it for a number of reasons. But it is going to be next week's sneak peek Wibby Civvy. So you definitely want to be here next week because it's about the next week Wibby Civvy. I'm going to see if I can give away 2 of them. It's about $100 prize, and it is a great, very cool. You love it, right, London?
I've wanted one for literally months since it was just an inkling of a design idea inside your brain.
Yeah, when we first started talking about it, it's like, that sounds cool. And
in
then
fact, I took the prototype home.
Yes, he did take the prototype home. So it's really cool. I'm super excited about it. I think it's just going to be something you all are going to love. And like I said, on a number of levels. So totally excited about that. All right, I put away my glue thing without putting my glue back. All right, so we're ready to pick a winner, I think. I'm ready to wrap it up. 2 winners. So, Colleen, we need a Wibby Civvy winner, and we need a regular week $25 gift certificate winner. Woo-woo. I love giving things away. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I didn't talk about Craft House that much. Craft House show Saturday, 11 to 1 Pacific time, 1 to 3 Eastern, which I believe is a 7 a.m. start, the UK time. We'll make sure that everything's up on social. But I'm going to be hanging out with Joe. He's our fave. He's hysterical. If you have not watched Craft House with Joe, you definitely want to tune in on Saturday because he is a riot and he's totally fun to hang out with. We're going to talk about the Triangle Traveler, the Craft and Carry Workstation, the Ditto Bag, all that stuff. They always put together amazing bundles for Craft House shows. So there's always some great deals going on. I know if you are in the market for buddy bags, I know they've got a great big buddy bag bundle that they are going to be airing as well. So could be the perfect time to sort of tidy up your craft room, get some Totally Tiffany goodies, get a good deal, and have a really great time hanging out with us on Saturday. Also, Saturday is London's birthday. So he is going to be hanging out with us for a little while on his birthday. His lovely, lovely girlfriend, Rena, is going to be here. I might try to pull her in front of the camera. I don't know that she'll do that, but I might try to get her in here, so you might get to meet Rena as well. How long have you and Rena been dating, London?
4 years as of the 17th.
4 years. And just so you know Park, he's a little bit surly, my husband. When he first met Rena, we were still living in Washington, and London and Rena came up, and he met Rena and got to know her a little bit, and then he cornered London in the kitchen, and he said, "Hey, London, you are playing way above the rim with that girl. I don't know why she's hanging out with you, but she is a keeper." So 4 years later, at some point, maybe they'll make it official. I don't know. A little pressure. All right. Oh, maybe you could propose on.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you want to have my 25th birthday and a proposal that I'm not ready for in 5 days on UK television?
Maybe we could have your birthday, and then the next time Rena's up, you could do the proposal thing.
I hate to break this to you. When I have my proposal, it's not going to be a marketing event.
It would be fun, though. Maybe we could do a reenactment. All right, everybody, let's look for some winners here. Woo! 2 winners. Gift card winner, Deborah Pantner. Congratulations, Deborah. You have won the gift card. And Sarah Saxey, you have won the Wibby Sibby this week. The win it before you can buy it. I have these glasses everywhere, right? So what you need to do, reach out to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. That's prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Let them know that you were today's winner on the Totally Tiffany Live event, and they will tidy up all the information, get what they need, and they will shoot your prizes out to you. Now, the Vinyl Roll Organizer prize is not in the warehouse yet, so always when we do a Webby Sibby, there's a little bit of a lag time on that. So the gift card will be quick and easy. The Vinyl Roll Organizer will get to you as soon as they're available. And keep your eyes on your email and social media for that Vinyl Roll announcement when they're available for everyone. I don't know if it's even up yet. If it is up, if it's not up, I'm going to try and get it up with just an out of stock, so that you'll get an email if it's something that you've been waiting for when it comes out. Okay, I think that's it. I think I talked about everything I was supposed to talk about. Don't forget, next week, next Tuesday, really, really cool Wibby Sibby, probably going to dominate the majority of Tuesday Live, so I can show you all the cool ways to use this really, really cool new product. So see you next Tuesday. Have a great week. Get some crafting done.